Hello, ladies. Welcome back to Tina Strange TV. And it is Friday, and I am feeling so amazing, you guys. I did not wake up feeling all that great. I kind of woke up on just feeling pretty good. Then I went through a stage of feeling kind of blah. And then, I said, let me get up and get myself together. I mean, I've been up. I went and got something to eat. I've managed my calendar for the weekend and next week. So I've done a little work. I didn't have any appointments today, but I did have some appointments that came in. And you guys probably said, what kind of appointments? For those of you who don't know me, I am a full-time notary. I run my own mobile notary and loan signing business. And so that's what I do. And I just wanted to kind of come on, you guys. I've been recently talking about skincare, and I was just thinking, like, you know what? No matter what type of, well, let's start over. It does matter to some extent of what type of products we use on our skin. Of course, we want to make sure that we're using products that have ingredients that align with our skin type. But for the most part, if you are if your diet is really poor, you're eating a lot of sugar, drinking a lot of soda pops or drinks with a lot of sugar. Even, I love coffee, and so I tend to be a little heavy handed on the cream. Well, all that adds up, okay? Now, I'm not saying that we're going to stop drinking coffee or we're going to stop eating sugar. But what I am saying is, until we pull back on those things that are not really good for our body and for our internal organs and our cells, our skin, we can do whatever try and cover up the blemishes, to cover up the acne, and we can go to the beauty shop, retail shops, and buy all the makeup in the world. We can buy all the skincare products in the world. But if we're not doing things to take care of our inner health, then whatever we just consume, it's gonna just flow out into our skin, right? And then on top of, you know, nutrition and exercise, if we don't have our mental health together, our spiritual health together, none of that really matters. You can work out till the sun come back up. You can run 50 miles on a treadmill. You can bike 100 miles a day. But if your mental health is not together, if you're not spiritually growing, if you're spiritually dead, if you're mentally dead, it's, every all the work that you've put into trying to make yourself look good, it's kind of in vain. And this is what was put on my heart this morning. And so one of the things that I am looking forward to in this season is to just start working back on my mental and my spiritual health. You know, I'm I'm not as consistent. I just haven't really been. And this is not to be like, people like, Tina, don't be so down on yourself. These are things that I have identified in my life that I can get a little more, well, I need to be more consistent in the things that I set out to do. If I'm going to read my Bible, then I need to be consistent in sticking to the plan. Like if it's 3 days that I'm going to read like 15 minutes a day, then I should be reading those 3 days for that time that I put on my calendar. If I say I'm going to work out 2 days a week, I need to be aiming for that, not thinking about it and be like, oh, tomorrow, I know every single day you're not, I may not get up and just be in the best, but I can't let that be an excuse. I cannot just continue to lay there and do nothing. And then days and weeks and months and years pass me by. And so I have to put forth the effort. And so these are some of the things that I've identified in my life. I believe the Holy Spirit just showed me some things this morning. And I'm watching some of my YouTube videos, and there was a lot of confirmation. Some videos of people in YouTube influencers that I've never seen before, and they just showed up on my up on the timeline, and I watched them and I'm like, oh my gosh, that just makes sense, and so that led me to I was like, you know what, I have been just kind of obsessing over my hair. The past couple of days I attempted to do my own hair. I kind of had in my mind I wanted to do like a natural curly look. Now, I have never had a natural curly look, but you have to train your hair for those curls to form, right? Just like we have to train our bodies when we start working out. If we want to run a marathon or we want to start riding a bike, right? We have to start somewhere. And so I had braided my hair, and I said, you know what, get up, Tina, take the braids out and see where your hair is at this point. And then if it doesn't look too crazy, I'll rebraid it tonight. I'll put some of the curly stuff that I bought the other day, and then I can start kind of training my hair. Like right now, it's kind of a curly straight because I did use the curl because the ends were straight, and so I took my curling irons and I kind of bump some curls, wavy curls in it. So I got some different curl patterns going on, but I like big hair, you guys, and I'm like, why am I wearing a wig that's big when I got all this hair that I can just fuzz up and frizz up and do something with it, train it, and then I could just wear like my own natural big wig, right? So anyway, I figured, you know what, let me get dressed and let me get cute for the girls and for whomever is watching me. So I decided I didn't put much makeup on. I just did my lips and just a little bit of lip tint. And then, I moisturized my body really good so it can look a little moisture, but a lot of the shine is coming from the castor oil that I've been using and some of my other Josie Maran. My mother, you guys, speaking of body oils, my mother just hooked me up with all these products by Josie Maran, like body wash, body scrubs, face wash, the body oils. And the great thing is her body oils are good for hair, face, like it's all multi-purpose use. And I have been buying different things, and my mother was like, well, why don't you use the stuff that I gave you? You can use it for your face, you can use it for your body, you can use it for this and that and that. And I'm like, you didn't tell me that, so I'm just so like, I have all these products. Maybe I'll do a Josie Maran video. It's not sponsored or anything, but I love the products. Some of them have a really great fragrance. Some are no fragrance or at all. So you can they do really pair because it's not like a real sweet, sweet smell. You can use her products and still put on your your favorite fragrance or body spray or whatever it is that you wear. If you guys want me to do like a Josie Maran, for those of you who know her, see, my mother, she gets her products on QVC, so she gets I don't know, my mother, anyway, that's a whole another story, another video. But anyway, I just figured I'll come on and then just spread some sunshine. I decided, you know what? It's been raining and the sun came out a little bit. I'm looking forward to spring. Time changes in California and in those states or cities where the time does change. We spring up. So it's spring up an hour during the spring, and then during the fall, you fall back an hour. So now that it's springtime right around the corner, we'll spring up. That means, you guys, we will be losing an hour, but it will stay lighter longer. The only thing about it staying lighter longer, the time is sometimes deceiving, because you think like, oh, it's still early, and next thing you know, it's 9 o'clock, but it's still light outside. Now, while that is good, late is late, right? Especially if you have to work the next day. So that's the only thing about that time. Yes, it still gives you some daylight, but then the time can be deceiving. Anyway, since spring is right around the corner, time is about to change, I figure I'll pull out one of my oldie but goodies, look a little tropical. You know, I got the big hair going on. I don't know, like the 90s vibe. I am in my 50s, so hey. I think I'm going to always look old school, you know, got the big hair. I just love the big hair. I've always liked the big hair, and I'm sticking with the big hair, okay? I didn't used to like all this hair. Sometimes it still bothers me, but you know what? I am going to be thankful for my thick, big hair. There was a time when I thought it was a curse to have all that hair, because you know, when you're a little kid and your hair is just thick and coarse and you're tender-headed, you're like, what the heck? Can you put a perm on it, a relaxer or something to make the pain go away? So I wore my hair relaxed, you know, with the perm, or relaxer. I've used from an early age. I started early age because my mom was just like, I gave my family, so I was just a drama queen when it came to anything, combing my hair, trying to pull my teeth out, pain. I just was extra about everything, you know. So my mom was like, come on, we're going to put a relaxer on this mess and tame it, okay? And I wore a relaxer all the way into my early adult life. And then, of course, I used to wear my hair really, really short for a very long time. So, of course, at that time, if you had a if you was wearing that short haircut with the taper, you know, back, you got to be on point, you know, so you can't be looking all crazy. And so I would always wear my relaxer, but then when I would let it grow out, I didn't like it. Would just make my scalp really, really tender when the relaxer would grow out, you know, the new growth. And so I just made a conscious decision that I wanted to just let my regular hair grow in. And so what better way to let it grow in naturally is when it was cut short. So once I decided I was going to grow my hair out, I just didn't relax it anymore. I just dealt with the pain of getting it pressed. Sometimes I still, you know, flinch, but I try to take it like a soldier. And that's why I kind of stick with the same stylist, because she knows my hair. She knows what to do. She knows how to handle it so that it doesn't get huge and out of control, because I've had new stylists who will let my hair almost dry up and they go poof, and then they just lost in the whole process. So anyway, I decided I'll just throw on an oldie but goodie, to put a little makeup on, tease my hair a little bit, put a little lipstick on, and just come on and just brighten somebody's day. I know somebody out there probably had a hard day at work, or probably some bad news, or just didn't feel too great about this day. Maybe the weather is not all that great in your area. So I hope that this video will just bring a little sun rays into your life. And yeah, so you guys, let's live in our truth. This is National Women's Day or National Women's Month. You know, hey, I am a woman every single day. So I live in this truth every single day, and will live in this body until God calls me home. Just like I'm in this skin, I am an Israelite, as you guys would say, a black woman, and I am a child of God, and that's who I am going to be until he called me home. And so I have to start treating my temple. I have to start treating myself right. I have to start loving myself. If I expect for some man to come into my life to treat me like a queen, I have to know how to treat myself like a queen. So I have to start now, right? And it's not too late for you all. If you have not been treating yourself right, today is the day. You can get up, you can pamper yourself, you can read a book. Maybe you have been wanting to read for a very long time. You can pick up a book and read. Maybe you need to balance your checkbook. I know we don't write checks anymore, but balance your finances. Maybe it's time for you to get up and clean your room. Okay, that was me. that was for me, because I need to clean this room up. It's like a hurricane. But anyway, so being a queen is not about putting on makeup. You can be a queen out there in the fields, in the army. Being in the army does not make you a man. You just have a job where you have to be tough, okay? But biologically, you are still who you are, right? So don't ever feel like because you don't wear your nails. A lot of models do not wear nails or nail polish. They keep their fingernails groomed. Mine's may look a little black because I put some edge control on, which my edges are not really controlled. So if you see like a little black around my fingernails, it's because of that. Anyway, like I was saying, you don't have to be all dainty to feel like you're a real woman. There are a lot of women who are a little roughneck, but they are who they are, and it does not make you a boy, a man, or whatever. I mean, however you want to identify yourself, that's you. But if you're the one who's feeling like, oh, because I don't, get a manicure and a pedicure and I don't wear makeup on a regular, that doesn't change who you are. So anyway, I think you get what I'm saying, okay? But whatever whatever your pronoun is, that's your pronoun, okay? So anyway, let's just move on from that, because I don't want anybody coming in here saying, don't comfort me like that, okay? That's not what I'm saying, and you guys know what I'm saying, okay? Just like There are men who a little softer. That doesn't make him a woman, especially if that's not how he's trying to identify. If he's, everybody we all have our own makeup, okay? So that's what I'm saying. And then embrace it. And if you want to change it, and if you want to get a little dainty, that's okay. And if you want to feel like you're in your roughneck and go out there and plow, do your gardening and cut the grass, because we do. All of us aren't married, all of us don't have a gardener, so we have to kind of jump in these, be in these dual roles, like house cleaning, cooking, do your yard, trim the bushes, mow the lawn, water the grass. Hey, there, I don't. That's society who put those gender roles on those specific tasks. Okay. But anyway, I came on here because I just really wanted to say hello. I said I was going to start uploading a video and bringing things to you guys. I'm not really selling anything at this moment, but what I am selling is a lifestyle of you getting in touch with your inner self. You're getting in touch with your true God-given being, to no matter, if you're spiritually broken, mentally broken, it's time for us to start working on that. If it's been a while since you've been in your Bible, you don't have to run to the church. And I'm not saying don't go to church, but just like you have a one-on-one relationship with your mate, your spouse, we can have a one-on-one relationship with Christ. We can have a one-on-one relationship with our creator, our divine creator, the Most High. That's who I serve, okay? That's where my faith lies in, okay? And so we all have room for improvement. Until the day we die, we're going to always be evolving. We're going to always be finding ways to revamp our lives to grow, right? And so that's where I am. That's where I am in my life right now. It's been a struggle, but I acknowledge it and I'm working on it. And so I just want to just share that with you all. Sometimes we see people on these YouTube channels, we see people on TV. We may see people in our communities who are like really thriving in their profession, and so we believe that they don't have any troubles, because we've always been told, like, the more money you have, you don't have any problems. Like, we think celebrities, people who are rich and wealthy, they don't have any problems. Well, they may not have the same problems that you have on your level, but everyone has problems. The Bible tells us that in this world we will face trials and tribulations. We're, like they said, we're either in a storm, going out of a storm, about to enter into a new storm. So it's always revolving. Have you ever had the moments where you were in a storm? You came out and you felt so good, and for some years and years you were on this high, and everything in your life was going so great. Your finances, your love life, your kids, your job, your family, your church, your community, and then life happens again and just throw you off, catches you off guard. It's so sudden. Bible tell us that, it's just like the thief that comes and rob you at night, and that's just life. It would just rob you or come knocking at your door at the most inopportune time. Like, is there really an opportune time for it to come? Like, I'm doing great, so come for me. But anyway, so if you have any questions about anything, I mean, like I said, I've basically been using my castor oil for my hair. Oh, for my face, I just started using this butter. It says butter. Butter, and I just have all these different facial products, Josie Moran, and I just use different stuff, and whatever my mom gives me, that's what I've been kind of using. We use pretty much the same thing. I bought this new Texture ID brand for my hair, so we'll see how that works. I am planning on braiding my hair back up. I might wet it a little bit and put some of the stuff so I can have a curl pattern, opposed to this straight curl boof nap something going on. But I'm just going to embrace it. I'm going to roll with it, and until I decide if I'm going to put braids in it again, and we'll see. But I'm just going to love on myself right now and continue to just be the best person I can be for myself first. And then that means once I get myself mentally and physically and spiritually together, I can be there for others. Like they said, I can't keep pouring from an empty cup, okay? And another thing I am not going to do in this season, and I am not going to even, after this, I'm going to just let it go. I am not matching energies, okay? At first, that was all fun to say. I'm matching energies. I'm going to give you back the same energy. No, I am not playing that game, okay? Bible says, you argue with a fool, there somebody, a witness walk by. This is not the exact words, but if somebody walk by, they're not going to know who the fool is, okay? So when we say we're matching energy, at least to me, that's the first thing came to my mind. Me going back and forth with you. No, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. You give me attitude, I'm going to just move on with my life. So if you're showing me that you don't want to be in my life, that I am not who you want me to be, okay, fine. I'm moving on, but I'm not going to give you attitude because you're giving me attitude. And if I even go there, start to argue with you, I definitely have been catching myself and like, hold up. Satan, I'm not going there with you, okay? You can argue by yourself. You can have an attitude by yourself, okay? I'm walking away. When you get yourself together, you still can't come in my life, And you need to go check. You need to go check this out with God, okay? Because that's who is my protection. That's who protects me. That's who I rely on, and that's who I'm going to. So you need to see my Father if you have something to say. Okay, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. And let me know if you like the look. It's just an old sundress that I had. Let's see. It's an old sundress. I don't want to go back too much because then you'll see like my junky room. But yes. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's me today. And I hope you like. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Love you. I am Tina Strange.